Where's that go? Look at that. This is Mayor.
I don't know, maybe. Maybe.
Okay.
We'll let this cool and then we're gonna eat.
Service members.
This is Mayor. What's this? Dad? This is Mayor.
No. What's going on, Ireef?
What's this? What's this? Is this Mayor?
Yes, go.
Okay, this is Mayor.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? Got my skimmer is broken in and skimming like crazy, and my other one is still skimming like crazy. My water is like crystal clear. Looks like a glass box. Unbelievable. I just ordered a webcam, the Logic's C922. That should be coming shortly, so I could start doing videos and showing off my tank as well while I'm talking. Because I guess that's the main attraction.
I school after Labor Day weekend.
Go.
I need my charger.
I don't know. Let's see if I do this. camera isn't the greatest, but once I get that new cam, you should be able to see that perfect. I'm all the way across my living room though. So a little noisy. My son, pain in the butt, right? Okay.
Battery's trying. Oh. What's going on?
Jay, come here.
Hey, go back up. I like you. I like it. Nothing.
Go.
Go in there. I'm a frog. I'm a frog. I'm a frog. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dad. Okay.
Go. No. Stop.
On there.
What's going on, guys? I'm just setting up a racetrack for my son.
Come out.
Go. Okay.
Okay. Hard. Man.
Okay. Go. Stop. Hello? Yeah? All right, just, I'm doing something, so just, come on, I'll be here. No, that's all I know. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, because I'm busy. I'm setting up a racetrack for my son. All right. All right, stop, Jake. What's this? Stop. Wait. Stop. In a minute.
Okay. Mustard truck. This is mustard truck.
Mhm. Let me see that. You're gonna have to cut that thing off. You like that? Bring it over here. Watch. Oh, what's going on here? Can you guys hear me now?
Daddy, are you live right now?
Yeah.
Daddy saw you live. I told her to look at you.
G-I-N-T-O-Y. A lot of excitement going on around here. A lot of excitement around here. set up the racetrack for the kid.
I know how to do it.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh, man. Jay, you hungry?
Okay.
Sure. It's good. Potato?
Wow. Wow. That's awesome stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It takes a little more.
I had milk, put water, and
Stuff in there and water. Wow! Can I have that last little bit?
what you can go get some. Yeah.
I told Patty I'd call her back after dinner.
Good work. Good.
Hola, tangerinos. Is anyone watching me?
No.
Who's click class read? Can't miss Coral. Who's I read? Jay Carey? I don't know any of them.
It's good. Push it down, baby. Let go.
Can I show you? No!
Click clack, I was taking a bath. All on about a Saturday night. Rubbed up, I was splashing in the tub. Hoping everything's alright. Well, I stepped out and put my feet on the floor.
This is how it
Wrapped the
starts.
towel around me and I opened up the door. And splish splash, I forgot about the bag. Eat your food.
Daddy, why don't you cook? It looks good. Why don't you cook?
Oh, no, I don't. I don't like cooking.
I want
Eat it. Oh. All right, guys. We had 2 watching.
one of those of you, Kenny. Good job.
Let's get started here. Let's spark a conversation. Shake, shake. Kenzie, you still here or what?
Hey, Kenzie.
Go turn the air off, or turn the air down, and push play on this stupid thing. It's hot in here. Turn it to like 71. Yeah, he flipped the switch. Nothing came on. I wonder why it's hot in here.
What do you mean different?
So, guys, let's talk skimmers. I'm on a skimmer kick. I'm gonna fuck you up, man. What's going on, Chimp the Reefer? Just watching a little bit of robots with my children. If anybody wants to talk or whatever. Oh, man. We're just talking about skimmers, man. I just put a second one on my tank, and the clarity, I got a very, very noticeable difference. My first skimmer starts where the water enters the sump, and then I got another skimmer like 8 feet away. So anything that skimmer does not catch, my lifereef skimmer is catching. So it is pulling junk out of both of them. Yeah, exactly. It's like a beach when the water washes up on the shores. That's cleaning and skimming the ocean. It's pretty amazing how all that junk and garbage from the middle of nowhere in the ocean can make its way to shore. So that just goes to show you that the water really, really moves to actually clean itself, you know. But yeah, I got a really noticeable difference just in the last 4 days. No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, it's I'd like to get a little bit better of a catch container for it, but Yeah, it's looking good. Kochi Star. Kachi Star. Can't believe it's 6 o'clock already. I'm sure other people are going to be doing a live stream in a little while. They'll have like 30, 40 people there. Well, we got 7 of us in here. What do you guys think of your skimmers to your reef tank? Do you guys feel like it actually does something? Do you feel like you guys understand why it's doing what it's doing, or is it something you guys just bought because you think we need it, or that's what I'm using right now is a milk jug. Washed it out real good, and then Bubble Mag is good. Yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think an oversized skimmer, at least 2 times the volume of your water of a heavy load coral load, should be more than enough for a reef tank. You know what I mean? Especially for like SPS. So if you got a 300 gallon, you should be having a skimmer at least, 600 gallons, if not more, if you can afford it. The bigger they get, the more money they are. With me adding this other skimmer to my system, I could skim up to like 800 gallons of water. So I'm pretty stoked with that. Yeah, I'm at like between 320 to 330, 335 in gallons. True actual water volume. That's with all my rock, everything. That's how much water I have. So I figured double that would be 6. So I have an old Reef Concepts that does like on a heavy load, it could probably do anywhere from like 350 to 400 gallons. And then I just got a lifereef skimmer that does roughly about 300 gallons. So I'm sitting right around almost 800 gallons that both of those skimmers on can do. So then I run bio pellets, only 125 mil on this system. That's like next to nothing, just to help with nitrates. And then I could feed more heavily. Phosphates, I don't. I got a calcium reactor, a dual chamber Reef Octopus 140R calcium reactor. My canisters are 6 inches in diameter. 2 foot tall, two of them. Um, and I don't run filter socks at all, and I don't run GFO. But I use my Chato and Calerpa to remove phosphates and nitrates too. So. Sorry for all the noise, guys. This is an active household. We're keeping it real, keeping it real. What's going on, iReef? But yeah, calcium reactor. But I do dose potassium, iodine, manganese, and stuff like that. I dose fuel, but I do it in moderation. I do it when I don't know how to say it. Not when I think about it. I try to do one supplement every other day. Oh yeah, I got my 2 kids. My daughter's older, and my son's just a crybaby.
I'm in 3rd grade.
I got a 3rd grader and a no grader.
Oh, this
30 gallons with a 20-gallon sump. That's good. Yeah, I don't run a lot of water through my systems either. I have 3 separate reservoirs. So I got a 55-gallon sump, a 15-gallon sump, and a 40-gallon sump. And they all start from one end. It's like a stair step. And the water that goes back into those tanks are very slow. So my protein skimmer has a long time to try to remove it faster than letting it just. I mean, either way, it's going to go ahead and keep doing it, pulling it out. But I think if you run water through your sump a little bit slower, I think your skimmers run a little bit more effectively. So that's just my thoughts. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not, but it seems to be working for me. So. Oh yeah, my son's spoiled brat, definitely. It's mom's last baby, so she spoils him. Yeah, if you run in my experience, if you run water through your sumps or your sump, not as fast. And what's cool about the way I did mine is that the water enters from the right, comes all the way across 4 feet, but then it tees off. So some of the water goes to the outside refugium, and then it makes its way back to the beginning of where the tank water goes in. So my water is constantly being skimmed. So it skims in the front now, skims from the back. The water that makes it to that end of the tank, to the refugium, goes back to the front to get re-skimmed again. So I don't know, but my tank is crystal clear and seems to be working for me. In the last week, I noticed a real big difference. And I run M1 skim. I run the M1 Vetra. I got one on the one underneath, and then I run M1 for return, and then I got another one for the other skimmer. So. No, actually, the skimmer. I run the hoses outside, and then my other skimmer, my new lifereef skimmer, actually is quiet. The venturi sucking the air in is actually connected to the collection cup, so you don't hear anything. And my other one is I'm running a 3/8 tube out the outside window. So yeah, my the only thing I hear is the water entering my sump. What's going on, Tina? I seen that you got that piece from Billy. So yeah, the only thing I hear is water going into my sumps, but there's nothing I can do about that because of the way I have everything set up. So some people probably couldn't live with the noise. We're all kind of used to it. So but I thought I was going to lose the mother colony of my turquoise stag, and I did lose a lot of it, but I still have quite a few pieces that are nice size. So that was due to my flow issue, and I think it also had to do with um, too much phosphates and nitrates. So I had to put my bio pellets back on. I had them off for quite a few months, and trying to compensate for SPS versus LPS or softies, basically my chalices, and what that did was counter-react. I tried to fix one thing to save chalices, and then I started to lose SPS. So I didn't lose anything. Some of it died off, but it's bounced back so far. So I took everything that couldn't live in there and I put it into my display refugium with low flow and decent light. And so I just got to know that the big tank can only handle, I can only put SPS in there. Yeah, my wife doesn't like it either, but this is my hobby and she knows that it's very passionate to me. Keeps me keeps me doing something instead of going out and drinking in the bars or hanging with the wrong crowd or whatever, you know. If she could get rid of the fish tank, I think she would, but then she'd prefer me to have a smaller tank, if that makes sense. I'm on the almost the border of Wisconsin. I'm probably 25 minutes from there. Maybe a little, probably a half hour. Because I ain't that far from Gurney. Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, smaller tanks are fun, but they once you fill them up, then you lose interest, you know? With a bigger system, it takes a while to fill it, but give it to them. Please. I don't want to hear them. I know I have to go get my battery backups. I keep telling myself I'm gonna, and it's gonna take one power outage, and I'm gonna. Yeah, I definitely need. I'd like to buy 2 of them, and then the other one to run my return, and then run power heads. No, I don't even have a generator. Corals are doing good. I had a little episode. My colony was so big, I don't think it was getting flow of water where it needed to be, to my blue or to my turquoise. And I had a few other little mishaps, nothing crazy. It was a little hiccup into the hobby, but I figured it out. My nitrates and phosphates were really, really high because I took my bio pellets off and started feeding heavy to try to compensate for the chalices. I started, my water was getting too clean. SPS was doing great growth, great everything, and started losing color in some of my chalices. So I tried to fix that by doing what I did, and then started to see suffering from the SPS. So I went back to my old ways, and it's been like that for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and stuff is looking promising. So yeah, I think they're doing already good. I got a couple sticks of one. I got 3 or 4 branches of another. About 8 or 9 branches with one. Couple smaller pieces. So I mean, in all reality, I mean, I fragged the heck out of it. I did lose probably half of it, but I saved half of it. So and the only reason why I lost more than half is because I always cut further up so that the infection or whatever was going on with it, maybe it didn't reach the tissue. So super glued them, and they're still, I lost a few that I did super glue, but I got a, they're doing good. What did you see today, Ireef? The 2 XR15 Gen 3s. Oh yeah, I run 2 black boxes myself, but I run the blues, and then I run 100% blues, and then I run the whites with just barely, like, as they turn on. But I also have Radiants and T5s and metal halides on my system. So I got I got the whole. The only thing I don't have is power compacts. You gotta like this. Yeah, my SPS are all millis. I just got a nice piece from Aquashella, and it's from Australia. It's starting to color up really nice. I don't know what kind it is. The guy didn't know, but I got all kinds of millies and stuff like that up on top, so they love the light. I run two Radiums 22K 175. I run one Radiant Gen 4 in the center. I run two black boxes in front of my metal halides. I run two T5 4-foot fixture, two bulbs in between the black boxes. Then I run an 8-bulb T5 fixture behind all of that. Then I also have two Reef Brights, 18-inch Reef Bright strips that are in between the metal halide, Reef Bright, Gen 4, Reef Bright, metal halide. I got my electric bill with the air and everything. I'm probably sitting just under $200 a month. I don't even know the power that I'm running. I don't. Yeah. I'd be lying to you if I knew. I don't know. I'm sitting probably just under 1,000 watts of actual lighting, but 900 maybe. Well, 8 T5s, 175, 175. It's 2, 350. Plus that, 350, 450. I think without my Reef Brights in the black boxes, I'm probably close to 800 watts. And then I run the Reef Brights, which are whatever. I don't know exactly. Probably like 70 watt. But I mean, watts don't mean anything anymore. So it's all about power and lumens.
Put this up right here. Put this up.
I do have a lot of light though. I ain't gonna lie. My refugium lights are. I went to home. I'm a manager for Home Depot, and I bought their Plant Life screw-in LED bulbs. It's red and blues, and then I bought these like little LED floodlights. Um, they're real small, but they're nice. So I run them constantly, and then my refugium light, or what I got, a Chinese, I don't know, 72 watt LED. All you can do blues, or you can do the full spectrum for that. And then in my mangrove trees, I have another one of those grow lights. I got two 2.5 foot mangroves. The Radiants are nice lights. I mean, the spectrum, the coloration, the all around, the way they built those lights. If I had the money, I ain't gonna lie, I would probably buy 3, 4. I'd buy 5 more, and I'd get rid of all my lighting that's underneath my hood and just run just those. But I couldn't afford 5 of those.
Um, um, I'm on
Yeah, the Power 38 bulbs they're all right. Yep. Anything with lights. I mean, my Chato, I take out a 5-gallon bucket probably every 2 weeks of Chato. Actually, my LFS don't even want it anymore. I actually filled his tank completely. So the next one that I do, if he doesn't sell it or want it, I'll probably end up throwing it away. I think with the Radiant, it's more of a programmable thing. You can simulate sun, dusk. I mean, I'm sure there is other ones out there that are black boxes that you can do that to, but um, they have already like settings that are already in there, stuff like that. So um, they are a good light. They are tried and true. I mean, Sanjay and Mike and I mean a lot of us out here have them, and who has them likes them. Yeah, I only got one because my LFS let me put it like on layaway, and he gave it to me heads up. So I'm hoping once I finish paying him off, he will see what we can do and see if he'll let me. Maybe I'll get 2 XR15s for this. Take the black boxes, put them in the back, and put the 2 XR15s up front. Or remove the metal halides and put the XR15s in line with the Gen 4 XR30. I'm not sure. Yeah, I only owe him like $600. So once I pay that off, um, he gives me a limit of 1,500. So if I get that paid off, I could probably get 4. It'd be cool if I got 4 XR15s. You'll be all right, Tina. Gen 4 is they got more LEDs and different optics, so you get more of a wide viewing. Also, I think they have more power, if I'm not mistaken. Gen 3s are still nice lights. If I could pick up a Gen 1 that is, if I knew who they were and if they ran them a lot or whatever, I would definitely take those too. Yeah, the optics for those lights, the LEDs, like, yeah, there's less hot spots, so it's spread evenly throughout the tank. Gen 3, still really good light, but they had a few few little hot spots, whatever. Nothing crazy, but Ecotech's always trying to improve and do better. So, did you guys see the new AI pumps? So instead of Ecotech MP40, 60s, 10s, the AIs are pretty. They look like a hockey puck. They're pretty sweet because Ecotech owns them. Yeah, Ecotech, man, you'll be happy with that. Trust me. They look like metal halides. The shimmer that you get off them and stuff. I mean, it ain't like Kessel, but Kessel I don't think has anything comparison to Ecotech. They're a good light, but if I had a choice, I mean, I'd go with the Radiants. Then I would go with AIs. Um, I actually own a set of AIs. I just don't want. They're just blue and white, and I don't want them on my tank. Jay, yeah. Get a diaper. Adelina, eat your food. Johnny, go get me a diaper. Just, I am gonna fucking flip out. Why did you throw the balls all over? Yes. Go. Oh. Top Shelf Aquatics. I've never. Where's that at? mother's home. So eat your food. What you got, Nader?
Hi, Mom. Hi. Hi, Jake. Hi,
Yeah. Why'd you let your rolling on?
Give me it. Let me see it.
I hate your father. I have him on too much because he really beat
He's up there?
No, he was on the phone with Uncle John. I hate him.
Come here. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Come here by your daddy. Oh, I just need some love. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. I need a hug though, real quick. Oh. Hey. Chris. I need a real one. Give me a real kiss. Come on. Take him out of there. Take him out. Flip him around. Put him in there.
Everybody decided we're not helping you.
Give me a pop.
Help me bring the shit in.
Put it in there. Hold on. Oh, feels good.
Sorry.
How much is out there? You did it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is that a monster truck? Let me see it.
Okay.
Does it talk to us? Yeah.
Gotta remind you to call the school first thing in the morning. So I gotta tell them I'm pulling you out early. You're not getting on the bus, yeah. Doctor.
Shots.
No
Yeah.
shot.
You better not have to give me shots.
She is due.
No, I won't. Whoa! I did that.
Right in your butt.
I did that. I did it.
You did it?
I did it.
You're not. Hey.
You are complete.
Really nice.
Whoa.
Get your food out of here.
You watch it? It's a Lizzie DIY. Oh, wait, it's Izzy, yes.
Did you fart?
We said they can just be like,
Oh, put it down. Give me
yeah, Izzy.
I don't want them. Gotta love family. Gotta love family.
What?
No, Kinsey's not. Kinsey was no. Go put those away.
Is Tina still watching?
Tina, yeah, I think.
Hi, Tina. I like Tina. Put on the show.
Who else is live streaming right now? Who else? Who else?
Come back to waste. You like it. You don't. Over popcorn. And my son. So. Yeah.
She gave you a heart.
And my son this.
A perp. No. No. Put the Pop Tarts away.
What she said.
Look at them. She said, "Hi, sweetie."
Hi, Tina.
She's hunting for corals. Sissy said no. Oh, but now we're down to 3 people.
Patty saw you going high. I can't believe it's already 7 o'clock.
Go show your mom. She's in the bathroom. I got a Starburst, Monty.
Look, you want to watch it? It's a video on how to make homemade noodles. Wait. Wait before you do it. Daddy, tell me what the video is.
Get on Worldwide Corals. For what you're gonna spend, it's $100 for the easiest one, and then put that you're a beginner and you want whatever. They're gonna send you probably a $300 package for $100, Tina. I was thinking about joining.
Try not to laugh. You see the big, see the guy with the big stomach? Packer. Look what it says. Packer. You see the big guy walking around the front? It's a bird. If you go on safari, you can do a little. Oh, not on safari. It's not good.
Yeah, it's like but you can stop it whenever you want. It's just that, yeah, you don't have to like sign up for a year or anything. It's just at least it doesn't say that. You could try, I think you could stop it whenever you want, but you join for they had $100 one, $199, and either a $299 or a $399 one. But it asks you what you want: acros, mushrooms, zoas, LPS, softies, whatever. And you get Worldwide Corals. You'll get 5 corals for $100. So you're paying less than $25 a piece, and you get a shirt with it when you sign up. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's because it asks you if you want to pay 6 months for a year or month to month. I'm not sure if it's you have to do it for a year, or does that mean if your tank isn't that big? I mean, you're not going to need 60 corals or something. Yeah, and they ship it right to your house. Yeah.
Right.
It's called the Worldwide Coral Official Coral Club, the ultimate subscription for coral enthusiasts. My people. About? What? About what?
Daddy! You look at that stove. You look at that stove field.
So it's $99, $199, $299. I guess you pay shipping, so.
We hit the tree. We keep running around in your underwear. And you think that. That one was funny.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. I'm not sure. I think it's not a big. So I don't. I think it's you can do it month to month. You don't have to do it yellow.
Oh, that's gonna hurt your foot. Oh,
Purple. Yeah, the $99 one you get over $200 worth of corals. The other one is $199. It's like over whatever, and then the $299 you get $700 worth of corals if you were to buy them all separately or something. So it's pretty good. I mean, I think it's pay as you go. So if you want only 5 corals, you can do it. If you want a couple months worth, you can do that. But you can tell them as you're signing up, you can tell them like the size of your tank, what you want, what you don't. Like you can say, I don't want no green corals. They'll send you all colorful stuff. Yeah, I filled everything out too, and I want to call them. I think I'm going to call them tomorrow to find out exactly how long. Is it a 1 year? Is it because it says you could pay monthly every 6 months or a year? I don't want to sign up for a year and then be locked in.